Do you have to go?" asked Chiron, the younger of the two men, if only by a few years, although some silver hairs streaked his blond thatch. "Not quite yet. I'm supposed to meet the Rex at 8:30 glass. He'd be happier if it were 6th glass. Is he that early a riser?" "Supposedly. He always looks tired, even when he's angry, and that's more often the case than not." "Alastar, don't you think you're acceding to his wishes too much? Even Maitre Fane—" "He is the source of almost all our funding. That's barely enough right now, as I pointed out at the last meeting of the senior matres. The drought in the southeast, around Piedron, and the last rains here and in the west have halved crop yields, and prices are going up, and will increase more. Then there's the small matter that the Collegium's charter is to support the Rex, and that means against the high holders and everything else. In the past, that's meant support against the Army High Command as well, but with Demikalon only recently becoming Marshal, it's hard to say." "The word is that he doesn't like imagers." "That's likely true." In fact, that had been one of the first things Alastar had learned after arriving at Image Isle. "That doesn't mean that Demikalon is that fond of the Rex, and these days Ryen also needs support against the Factors' Council, and everyone else the Nameless knows," replied Chiron. "That puts us at odds with almost everyone." "Ryen is far less than he could be, but would you want Demikalon or any Marshal running Solidar, or High Holders Hyben, Nacreon, and Quaeryt, or any factor that you could name?" "Especially Elthard. He's behind some new money-lending factorage, likely another excuse for usury on a larger scale." "Oh, the new Bank Dexcelsis." Alastar couldn't recall where he'd heard that. "The word is that he put up the golds to back his son. What about Lorien? Would he be a better Rex than his father?" "Who knows? I've never met him, but it's hard to believe he couldn't do better than his sire. But that's not a certainty. In any event, we shouldn't be the ones making that choice. If it ever came out that we did, and it would come out, you know that as well as I." Alastar did not finish the sentence, but he did not have to, he knew. "It wouldn't be the end of the Collegium. If it weren't, it would come Namer-fired close." The Maitre of the Collegium Imago shook his head. "So we'll do our best to keep everyone at bay with everyone else until someone with sense shows up." "As if anyone with sense would be stupid enough to let it be known," countered Chiron. "Do you know what Ryen wants?" "No." Alastar stood, letting Chiron know that their talk was over. "I can hardly wait to find out what new scheme or pet peeve he's become obsessed with." "Better you than me." "Thank you, my friend." Alastar offered a warm smile, then watched as Chiron left the study.